Hi, this is Mike with My Legacy 123. And this morning when I woke up, I grabbed my cell phone. And as I was looking on my cell phone this morning, there was a news release that Colonel Gail Halvorsen, also known as the Candy Bomber, had passed away. He was 101 years old when he passed. And Gail was part of what I would call the greatest generation. Same as my two grandfathers. I have two grandfathers that served in World War II, Tony Rudman and Clarence Tornow. And these were great men. And Gail Halvorsen was a great man. And he was known as the Candy Bomber because he was involved in the Berlin airlift right after World War II when the Russians cut off traffic to Berlin, which was the capital of Germany, and the people there were starving to death. So he started to fly in his plane, and he would land in Berlin. And as he was landing in Berlin, one of the things he notices is that there was a bunch of children that were right outside the fence. And so as he saw them, one time he landed his plane, got out of his plane, and he went over and he saw that there were some children there. And he shared a piece of gum with them. And these kids were so grateful and so happy that they received a piece of gum. And so Gail Halvorsen got thinking about it, and he said, you know what? Next time I come through, I'm gonna give them or drop them some Hershey chocolate bars. And so he started doing that, and he became known as the Candy Bomber. And he put parachutes on the candy bars, and he would throw them out from the cockpit of his airplane. And he really won over the hearts and minds of not only the German people, but obviously the children. He got called in to his commanding officer, who said, Halvorsen, what in the heck are you doing? This isn't part of the program. You're dropping this candy to these kids, and it's creating a disturbance, and it's creating a problem. And finally, one of his upper commanders heard about it, and he said, that's a great idea. We should start doing that. And so they started dropping candy to these kids, and he became known as the Candy Bomber. And that was pretty amazing. Now, in 2016, my son Saxon was at a summer camp at BYU. And he was walking on campus, and as he was walking, who does he run into but Gail Halvorsen? Gail Halvorsen was 95 years old. My son was 17 years old, and my son had the presence of mind to take a picture with Gail Halvorsen, and you'll see that picture as part of this video. And I just want to pay my respects to Colonel Gail Halvorsen. I'm a former military person. I served in the Air Force, and Gail Halvorsen was in the Army Air Corps, which then later on became part of the Air Force. And Operation Berlin Airlift, where they brought in all this food to the people in Germany, saved many, many people's lives, and they were able to make it through what would have been hunger and starvation right after World War II. So I'd tip my cap to Colonel Halvorsen, and he was a great man. And I just want to recognize him today. And today is February 17th, 2022.